The journey of the cross. See, it started in the garden when God made man. It started in the garden when Adam ate the fruit. It started in the garden when God called and Adam hid because he was naked. It started in the garden when God made man tunics of skin to cover his nakedness. It started in the garden. Oh, Hilly Gethsemane, when the disciples took naps as the Savior cried and sweat huge drops of blood. See, I can almost see him, not as depicted in the Jesus film, but more with a face that looks like me, because that's what he was there for. I am who he was there for. See, the fruit brought sin, but in its judgment it came blended. Take this cup away from me. See, I can see him disappointed to find his disciples asleep, but I can't blame them because I've been asleep when I should have been praying. I can see him crying as he prays, pouring his heart out to the Father as his blood will be poured out for the salvation of man. The betrayer walks in the company of the rabbi and the chief priests with soldiers armed to the teeth. It was time. It started long ago and it was due to go down. And with a kiss, he was handed over. Like a lamb to the slaughterhouse, he walked on without a word. They took him to the temple, to his father's house, and they hurled insults at him. And they struck him with their fists. And they accused him, and as they accused him, they accused themselves. As they called him blasphemers, they condemned their own blasphemy. As they took the Lord's place as judge over who is fit for him and who isn't. As they accused him, saying he calls himself king, they condemned their own sin. Their actions bore witness and testified against them because they walked around like they were Lord over all, even turning the Lord's temple into a marketplace. As they donned him in purple, they declared the very kingship they condemned him for. He declared himself king, they said. He equates himself to God, they said. But he was God and he didn't say. Then they took him to Pilate, then to Herod, and back to Pilate, and even in spite of Pilate's plea, they waylaid for his blood. Pilate found no fault in him. See, he was no rioter, no inciter, no blasphemer. He bore no false witness. Upright as a Paul was he, blameless in the eyes of God and man, like a sheep without blemish, the perfect sacrificial lamb. So they took him up Calvary, and they stripped him, and they cast lots for his garments, and they nailed him to the cross, and they lifted him up for all to see, like the serpent in the time of Moses, that all that look to him may be healed, that all that look to him may be saved. See? He was there hanging naked for all to see. And before long, he who fed the 4,000 and the 5,000 repeated the 6 words he said to the Samaritan woman, "Give me a drink, I thirst." But vinegar they gave him for a drink, and a sash of thorns for a crown. And with a spear to his side, oh, the cleansing flow. And with his last breath, he muttered, "It is finished." And at that, that's all that mattered. So that's how it ended for sin. With sinful man clothed in righteousness, this is how it ended. With the Son of Man naked, lifted for all to see, this is how it ended. But this is how it started. With God calling out, "Adam, where are you?" But this is how it ended. With the Son of God crying out, "Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani." My God, why have you forsaken me? See? He was forsaken that you and I may be found in him, found in the Father's embrace, one with him. See, this is how it ended. With sinful man clothed in righteousness. This is how it ended. But this is how it started. Adam, where are you? See, that may as well be your name. Michael, where are you? Kevin, where are you? Becky, where are you? See, he's longing for you. He's calling you. Will you answer? Thank you.